All right. I talk about. So a shout out to Lennon Honored. Lennon Honored did his thing with this, doing this documentary about Dr. Umar Johnson. This is serious to me in a way because I used to watch Dr. Umar Johnson, have friends, but Big More Mike, he loves Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't know if I sent him this video or if not, but just seeing how, the progression that, Dr. Umar Johnson won, feel like in his heart that he wanted to build the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey School for Black boys and black women as well, but particularly for Black boys, and so they can be great productive citizens in society. He was school psychologist, principal, former principal, and he mentored a lot of young kids of how, the system is. He educated young single mothers about ADD and ADHD. Was ADD was something that was really created. Attention deficit disorder was created for, like, basically, boys in particular, that they couldn't just concentrate in school, and knowing that they do have a more of a feminine type of environment, that when you're a young man you have the testosterone, and it's kind of very difficult, especially when you're young. It's difficult for you to sit in one place and to learn excessive amount of information. This is why most elementary schools, I believe, they're required to have at least an hour or 30 minutes or so for recess, just to get all that out in your system. You come back down, because also too, you're implementing more physical education, which is good, which is a very key thing. Physical education is really good. So gym class is good. You have to be fit. And not only that, you're playing, interacting with your classmates, but for the most part, it does good things in your brain, releases a lot of dopamine inside your brain for you to concentrate on your schoolwork, and then you will have better grades. So gym class is very essential in elementary, middle school, even high school. I say throughout your whole career in schooling. And just him just having like a lot of talking points, him just being very successful and doing great things, man, and for the community. It's just hearing about this is it's kind of sad, man, because now in this documentary we hear that Lennon Honor. I'm sorry if I'm getting distracted. What's the national pain? But what Dr. Umar Johnson was advocating more of the police brutality. So he was saying that as Black boys, I want them to grab, the Glock of a black of a cop, whatever, and shoot and kill them. And you can't insinuate any violence, knowing that, and the fact that if a Black man does that, any person does it, they will have a criminal record and probably get killed for that. And what are you creating? You're not offering a solution. That's just violence. That's something that's not going to really be the answer to our problems. And we hear, he talks about, say degrading things about single mothers, he call them thoughts and all these type of things. One was really key here about the documentary here that I understood is that he was kind of defending like a Black man. So say if a woman decides to dress all promiscuous, all this stuff, like, just like a prostitute or whatever, looking really nice, had cleavage out, and enticing this young man, but she didn't want to have sex with him, but the man ended up having sex with her anyway, or date rape her. He was stating that, hey, it's the woman's fault for actually enticing that man. Now I'm thinking like, well, she shouldn't be dressing like that, but other than that, she no is no. All because a woman dressed provocatively doesn't mean that they're ready for action, ready for sex, and it doesn't give that person the right to violate their bodies. So I was getting kind of turned off on that too. Just listening to that documentary, I was like, dang, man, this junk is crazy, bro. And he had facts. This was nothing that he was really just talking. He showed videos like, hey, I can't psychologize the thugs and the people that's just out there in the community that don't want to do anything with their lives. They're just horrible human beings. Just and it was it's kind of sad in a way, so as you think about that, and you look and research these type of things, man, think about what Dr. Warren Johnson did. You're like, dang, man, is he really legit, or is he false on this? And it's just went in so detailed, man. I would say about a good hour of it. What really hurt me was that his father exposed a lot of things. And back in Philadelphia, I think back in 2014, he was he had a commercial. Okay, he had a commercial about the school itself. Okay, and how he's wanting to raise, like, he raising as much money as possible. Maybe he get a mill or so, and he did like a trailer. I believe my brother Levon Kason, he did a like a little review on it, and it was just one of those things. I was just like, man, like this is it's kind of crazy, man. I mean, like, okay, it may seem legit at first, but at the same time, though, you're getting mad when you don't get enough donations. So say he only had like $250,000. It was one video he was on doing his speaking engagements, and he sit up here and said like, "Oh well, trifling black people." I was like, "Oh man." And you only gave me 250,000, but when Officer Darren Wilson killed Mike Brown in 3 weeks, the white community was able to raise what 600,000, I think he said, just to defend him. And I was like, okay, yeah, that it kind of sucks, but at the same time, though, I mean, when you're trying to create and build a school, you have to show some type of progression. So back in 2017, if you remember, he was on the Roland Martin show. I believe they had like a huge debate and whatever. And Dr. Umar Johnson was coming over talking to him, and he was saying like, "Hey, I raised over $750,000, $750,000, right?" So we was like, okay, that's what you have for now, $750,000. I think a year later or whatever, we came to find out that 400 of the $750,000 went to the abandoned buildings in Delaware. So we thinking like, okay, where is the remaining of the $350,000? And when people was questioning him about the remaining of the money, he got upset. He was angry. And this kind of create a lot of a distrust for the community in a way. And people was like, I'm hesitant and just giving you this money. And that's a lot of money. He said, I need a mill. I need another mill. He went on Instagram Live saying, I want a mill. Give me some more money. I need more money than this. Give me that. Give me that. Give me this. Shout out to get out your, to contact your NFL, get on Oprah. He went on to the Breakfast Club because his sole mission, all we know is, yes, we know that you speaking about Pan Africanism. You have your doctorate. He went through a lot. He was being sued that if he's really a doctor, it's going to take his doctor license away. But he ended up beating that, and he's on tour right now, just speaking. But it's good that you're speaking. But are you hustling us, or are you trying to build a school? Like, what are you doing? And that's the whole thing. We don't mind you going around and educating our people, because I believe Dr. Umar Johnson has some potential here. But it's just when it comes to money, I don't know if you're scamming the black community. So, and then you blaming us so you can get more money, so you can just live off of our ignorance. And I think that's what's really going on. And so we starting to get hip to it and waking up to it. And you have people like, your Leonard Arnold, and you have Devontae, you have a lot of other individuals, William. But you have these people that's exposing him on YouTube, and he proceeded to cuss him out like Cyrus Seti. These type of individuals, man, it's just cussing him out in the unconscious community, and he was, want to pick a fight with him, and he's throwing away his purpose. I would love to sit down and talk to Dr. Umar Johnson about this, because I don't know, mentally he's not there. I feel like his heart may be in the right place, because he's taking time on his day to go out here and speak, go on tour, trying to do some good things, man, and enlighten us. But we really want to know when is the school is going to come about. Now, this was like hit the nail in the coffin here. And I want to say this here too. What really put this on Facebook? We really hit the nail in the coffin. Give me 1 second. So we're really hit the nail on the coffin here. Is with now they had an email, so they had some email address for them, right? People was emailing, Mr. Dr. Umar Johnson about what was really going on. Like, hey man, bro, like I'm a licensed plumber. I know some heating and ventilation and an HVAC crew, man, to go in here and just check out this building here, because that you're going to purchase. But do you have a property manager? And if so, can you, can you schedule like a date that we can come in, have permission, and I can go ahead and look at the pipes and everything, see if there any type of renovations, gather the materials, the money that you do have, because of the $700,000 that you do have, and then we can go ahead and make something happen. This is kind of, actually, I'm sorry, this is before he had him. This is back in like 2009, 2010. You get what I'm saying? And he could have easily had the school built in 2011. And people's like, he's prolonging this. And so when you have a licensed plumber, you have like the African American community and plumbers that want to go out here and fix it and do it for free, taking time at their busy schedule to do it, because he said they had 36 hours of volunteer hours and 40 hours of vacation hours. He wanted to use that time to help this brother's dream. But in the documentary, he didn't even engage with him. He didn't even talk to him. He didn't even email him back. And this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. I'm like, dang, like, do you really want to build a school here? And it's just crazy, man. It just makes you think, like, bro, like, I don't know, man. Like, people just do a lot of talking, not enough action. And it's a big exposure to this thing. And I don't really bash this man here, but you really want to think that you have $750,000 going to the school. You spent 400,000 of it, but what happened to the rest, the $350,000 that you have? And then you still requesting more money, like we're not making any progression. And so a lot of people, it was like, some people have probably seen this documentary, but not enough people and supporters of Dr. Umar Johnson seen this documentary. I think you need to. Yeah, it kind of highlights the negative side effects of the things that he's been doing, cussing out people. His father had to check him, like, listen, if you don't go back into your mission and your plan, you're going to lose these buildings. You're going to lose this building. So it's something that we really have to take in consideration here. And I used to listen to Dr. Umar Johnson a lot, man, for real. Like, about a lot of things, man, but it just makes me think that, man, you don't want to see anything progress. And, these talking points here that he have is just, about police brutality, that, he just want the black people to grab the gun and shoot him. That type of stuff, man. Come on now. You can't then degrading your woman. It's a lot of things that he said in those videos, man. I'm gonna have the link in the description box for people to see it. But his name is Lennon Honored. He do a lot of documentaries talk about Dr. Umar Johnson. But I remember in 2014, people like, okay, and 2015 came around, 2016 came around, 2017 came around. People was like, okay, where's the school? Where's the school? Where is this going to be taking place at? Like, okay, we know your vision for the Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey Academy, but where is this going to be? And that's what we looking forward. That's what we learning about right now, because it's like, okay, so is he taking this serious? And it was just sad that he lost connections due to those the traders, man, the plumbers, and they could have really significantly helped him. And it just made me think that maybe he's just doing all these talking points, maybe he needs some help, or he's just utilizing our emotions, man, and he's just a scammer. And it's sad to say that, but the truth hurts, and some people may disagree with this. Some people may disagree with this video or anything, though. But this is just something that I gather, from the documentary I witnessed, man. I seen. So with Lennon Honor, he did a beautiful job with this. It was very entertaining. I thought it was gonna be pretty boring, but it was pretty entertaining, man. I mean, the hour went fast, felt like 20 minutes, and it just makes you want to think. You want to just pray for this young man here. He's 45 years old. You don't want him to just be something that he's not. Okay, and you can't just take everything for face value. And this is a prime and perfect example that is your action speaks louder than words, man. So if your actions is not lining up, then it's going to be hard for people to believe you and invest in your dream. People are not going to invest in your dream if you're not consistent with it and you're not showing any type of progression. I'm sorry, that's just how the way the world is. Yeah, I mean, that's what you have to do. And these are the type of questions that Umar Johnson have to answer. And it just made me think that all these years, since 2009, 2008, just coming out here speaking on these things and using the internet to its best of the ability, this school could have been up and running, man. He could have had his anniversary, his 9th or 10th anniversary in this particular moment, man, and just just having like different events, have health clinics. It's a lot of blessings that could have came about if he actually would have followed up on the people that wanted to help him out, and even if they would have said no, like he still would have continuously to follow up, get a little building, get something going. Even if you can't get a mil or 2 mil, I'm gonna start looking at stuff about how you can get some more buildings with the minimum amount. But say if he had like just 250,000, get like a little building or something like that, and start teaching like just first through fifth graders or first to third graders. I mean, he had people that came up to him and say, "Hey, I know you need some staffing. I got some teachers, that can work with you, during the summer, this type of stuff, man. You got to start small and build up." And he did not do that. And this is a sad factor of not following up on your passion, following up on your mission. But you just using this because like, well, at least I'm getting money, so I'm gonna continuously do the bare minimum, create some controversy, do all these talking points, whatever, and just keep it moving, and not expect anyone to follow up what I was trying to do back in 2009. So this is something that we have to, we have to think, bro. When you this made me just change my perspective on a little bit on Dr. Umar Johnson here. So I mean, I just, it just made me think like, dang, can you really trust this young man, like for real, on so many levels though. But you should do it for your community. Shouts out to BMT. He actually broke down about when he was talking about this whole coronavirus situation, that you can buy your own health clinic for 250,000. It's just little things like that. You don't have to really always start big. And I just think maybe he was thinking in that sort of it's like, I want to start huge, like I need 2 or 3 million, instead of starting where he was at. And because now he's getting caught up with all of this, when he can't really finish his whole dream in one day. Like, remember, Rome wasn't built in one day. You can't eat an elephant in one day. It takes little by little. And now he's getting caught up with the controversy. I know it can be frustrating every time you go on social media, people slandering your name, and he was retaliating that with a lot of slander, and just vulgarity. And people's using that as their arsenal, like, okay, well, we can't take you serious. The only way that Dr. Umar Johnson can probably bounce back from his situation is probably make an apology, because it could go to court. People could sue him. Who for the GoFundMe, we don't know, but make an apology. Start small. I don't know how much money he has now. I'm not asking anymore for donations. Get a loan or something, man. Get a building. If you truly want a school, get a building, because I know you saw that's your mission, to get that school. Get a building. Start small with that, and start with first graders, second or third graders, man, and work with them on that. Start your own type of school for psychology, teaching young kids or young college students how to be psychologists, since you have a doctorate in that, and just educate them. You have it open like every Saturday or something like that, and then they meet every Saturday. They learn how to, the basics of psychology in a building. It could be something like that, man. But I mean, I think at this point, I don't want to say it's too late in the game, because we're just known for your conscious speaking. But when we see like you have large amounts of money, you feel like that's not enough. You keep acquiring more money, more money, more money into these people, to our people, just regular folks, and we're not seeing anything. You're not showing anything to show for it, and it's coming up to you. Then you get frustrated. It's good. You're gonna lose a lot of credibility before you get down to that. And I'm not saying we have to agree with everything that you say, but at the same time, bro, with the whole school thing, you have to just start like a maybe a school for psychologists or something like that. Like I said, for college students, and for people to learn every Saturday. Do something like that, man. Just something that people can understand, and something that's really small. That's all I really have to say on that. But it just made me just really think about you can't trust everyone, man, at the end of the day. But so that's my thoughts on this documentary. Don't want to ramble on too long. Thank you guys from YouTube and Facebook and people for just tuning in. But that's all I really want to say. I'm gonna make this brief. I'm gonna do some more. Gonna do some more Chargers update and some talks right now with this. But I love you guys, man. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. Please share the video if y'all can. Donate to the Cash App and yunglinkjr. And then if you guys seen this, man, seen this video or whatever, seen how can I say the Dr. Umar Johnson situation, all this stuff, man, let me know. On this documentary. But I just really find it really interesting, bro. really interesting. It just makes you wonder on a lot of things though. But yeah, that's it, man. See if I can let's see if I can grab the link here. See if I can grab the link though. But yeah, man. It's crazy. Lenin honored. Here we go. Okay, put this in here. All right, I'm gonna probably put this in here. This link, y'all can see it. Woo. Yep. But yeah, man. So that's all I gotta say. I love you guys. I'm out.